Ladies and gentlemen, INB ministry sources have pulled the plug on Abir Gulal. The movie starring Pakistani actor Fawad Khan will not be allowed to release in India, according to sources. The movie, which also features actor Vaani Kapoor, was to release on May 9th, marking a comeback of Fawad to Bollywood almost after a decade. The director, female lead actor and the entire crew are Indians. Remember, this comes after the Pahalgam terror attack and the strong diplomatic decisions that India has taken, including asking Pakistan citizens in India to leave, putting the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance, among several other strong, much-needed measures. Of course, followed by countermeasures by Pakistan as well for whatever they think it's valid for them. Well, in addition to India's diplomatic measures, it's also the soft power and pop culture that often oozes strength. Cricket and cinema are two of the biggest platforms that see Indian and Pakistani stars collaborate and work together regularly. In the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack, the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI Vice President Rajiv Shukla, has said that if the Indian government asks us to not play Pakistan in ICC events, we will not play against them. But there's no directive from the government yet. Remember, there's been a ban on Pakistani players in the IPL since 2008 after the inaugural edition of the Cricketing League. The question, though, is the act of sealing the release about one Pakistani actor in the movie or scores of others, all Indians, that have made the movie valid. Yes, there are strong measures that are required, but is it consistent enough? Or is a massive, ghastly, cowardly terror attack, the kinds that has happened in Pahalgam, necessitate reactions such as this? Let's just try and understand how to look at this from how the world and India has fought and looked at terror. Patikrit Pain, who's a geopolitical analyst, joins us. Kasturi Shankar, who's an actor and activist, joins us. Manish Bariyar, who's a political analyst, joins us. Thank you very much, all three of you. Kasturi Shankar, let's just start with you on this. So, Fawad Khan, for that matter, was banned for a very long period of time, in the sense that Pakistani actors' collaboration with them was not allowed for a very long time. And then he's made a comeback in an Indian movie. It's not a Pakistani movie, it's an Indian movie. The whole crew, except him possibly, are Indians. The terror attack is ghastly, cowardly. It's shaken us to the core, left us moaning and seething with anger. But how do you look at the fact that the movie is not going to be released in India?
Fortunate timing. Number one, first, my heart goes out to all the lives lost, and some of them hit very close to home. There was an IT engineer in the from Andhra whose life was lost as well, and of course, every visual is just heart wrenching. So I think Abir Gulal, it's just bad luck. It's very bad timing. When Fawad Khan did the movie, it's an Indian movie. The producer is Indian. Everybody who's put money in it, who have stakes in the movie, are all Indian. But Pahalgam happened. And if you see what Pakistan has done in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack, starting with Mr. Fawad Khan, Mr. Fawad Khan took his time condemning the attack. He should have been the first one to condemn the attack. It was a heinous homicide of massive proportions with a religious ting to it, and clearly Pakistan is involved. He should have condemned it, but he took his time because maybe he has compulsions. He lives in Pakistan. And then the Pakistan government, after India...
But he did condemn it.
Steps against Pakistan.
You're saying he took time, but he did condemn it.
He did, but
and
he
I'm
took
saying
his
that
time.
Because I did not mention that, but he took to social media to condemn it.
He did condemn it, but after a massive outrage against the movie. Till then, none of the people involved with the movie said anything, but I understand that in one way, because, you know, in the movie business, you don't know what to do. You're just standing there like a deer in the headlights because you don't know what to say, what to do. So I get it. But if you see Pakistan has banned all Indian movies starting yesterday. They have banned all Indian movies and they've stopped all the trains from India to Pakistan. So they are doing silly things without any heed for consequences. I really think that it's very unfortunate that a movie that was made when things were legal and things were legitimate has to face, I think unfair consequences, but it is what it is. And I think Mr. Fawad Khan and the entire movie team has to first talk to the Pakistan authorities about this. I think as a Pakistani national, work as
Right.
an artist, and artists transcend barriers. This is really crazy that artists are pulled into this. But I think he needs to talk to somebody up there in Pakistan, because if they are going to ban Indian movies, why would we not ban Pakistani artists? We have been very
But
secular.
I want to come
Never
back to
has
you,
this happened
Kasturi, on
before.
this point, and it's important. But let me go to the other panelists. You are saying Indian movies have been banned in Pakistan. I mean, who cares? At the end of the day, you can't compare to what Bollywood is to what Pakistan churns out. I mean, if they are going to hurt Bollywood, if they are going to ban Bollywood movies, they are going to be at the receiving end as well. They love, I mean, Pakistani people love the movies, and banning Indian movies for that matter is not the first. Pakistan has done umpteen of them because they feel, Indian movies do not show the truth, whereas we know how it is. So let's leave it that. We'll get to that in a bit. Let me come to you, Manish Barya. Here's what Priyanka Chaturvedi has just put out. She's asking, why is INB ministry leaking information through sources about not allowing the release of the movie, which has the actor in it? Why can't it come officially from the ministry? Why hide and seek over this? The message has to be loud and clear, not based on sources fed information. Manish Baryar, how do you look at this? Of course, this is Priyanka Chaturvedi asking the question, but everybody is asking, why not make this? And I mean, very strong measures, diplomatic ties, whether it be the industry treaty, which has been put in abeyance, Pakistanis being asked to leave India. Very, very strong measures in that sense, at least in terms of messaging. But if that is the case, what about cinema? What about cricket? Why sources?
Good evening to you and good evening to my co-panelists. I think this is right now the kind of situation is there in this country. These are, I'm sorry to say, too trivial an issue for really government to make a statement on this. In fact, the person whom you are quoting, I'm really surprised and shocked that she's so concerned about movie at this time when the whole nation is mourning and is seething with anger. So, and anyway, I think the producers have taken a pretty big risk. I would say, I go to the extent of saying that they did not care the sentiments of this country. Fawad Khan has condemned, but look at his previous tweets. I'm sure you would have gone through it. He has said things like, Kashmir banega Pakistan, and many of the anti-India sentiments he has echoed. You can just go through his Twitter feed and you will see. So maybe he has done that out of compulsion because he was in a movie and he needs to get some payments out there. But I don't think he cares at all whatever has happened in India. At least him, because we have looked at his past statements. So it was pretty insensitive on the part of producers itself
Manish
to really
Baryar,
put up Pakistan.
also, is there a problem? Is there a problem in terms of consistency? Why I'm asking this? So there is an association that has said Fawad Khan has been banned. They have reinforced that ban, saying that we will not allow any of our members of our association to work with any actor from Pakistan. But then you have Miss Vaani, who is part of this movie. She said she checked legally whether she could act on this movie with Fawad Khan, and there was nothing that stopped her from doing this legally. Therefore, she proceeded with it. So is there also a problem with consistency in the stand? On one hand, there are associations that have said ban collaborations with Pakistan, not just in terms of Pahalgam. Remember, this was also something that happened earlier as well. It's banned, ban is lifted, it's unbanned again. With all of this happening, no official body, no official messaging. Is there a concern over consistency? Because at the end of the day, this is not just about one Pakistani actor. This is also about an industry. This is also about scores of people. Remember, what's happened in Kashmir is not about only Kashmir, though Kashmir is India. but it's beaten and hit the core of very India. Every Indian has been affected in a way that's shaken us. And therefore, even if you look at a movie, it's not about one actor. It's about livelihoods in very difficult times where jobs are very less. Manish Bariyar.
Ji, is it hidden from anyone is that what Pakistan has been up to in the last 10, 15 years? I think why there has to be a need to really tell people that you don't need to engage Pakistanis at all, right? We are not playing cricket. We are not exchanging cultural anything. At every forum, our soldiers are getting killed. We are killing some of their soldiers. It's really enemy country. So it's like your younger brother goes to your enemy and
No,
goes
the
to the
government or the
marriage. It's
BCCI
something like
has
that.
not said that we will not play Pakistan.
No, but then
They have not said it. Even after Pahalgam, they have not said it. What BCCI has said is, if the government wants, we will not play with Pakistan. There's no official messaging on that.
Absolutely. When the when that time will come, we will cross the bridge. But I don't see India playing Pakistan. Maybe in future what's going to happen, I can't comment. But I think it's pure enemy country. Look at what is happening between Russia and Ukraine, and do you expect them to play? Right. We have seen in tennis, players have refused to play. Some of the players have refused to play Israelis, isn't it? I think that sense of belonging to the country and strong nationalism is missing in this case, right? The producer took that risk. They also took Indians for granted, for that matter. Okay, chalta hai attitude. We'll make it. Things are like 5, 6 years back. I think that kind of insensitivity has landed in this kind of it's an unfortunate situation, right? Nobody wants it. But are you saying that business is bigger than the nation's pride and that kind of a situation? I think it's too trivial an issue to really merit too much of a discussion on this. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what I feel at this point of time.
Pathikrit Payan, let's just build on what Manish Bariyar is saying. He's saying it's too trivial an issue. But the fact is, one is diplomatic and one is country to country and one is country to the world. That's one end. But when it comes to cricket and cinema, it's not really trivial. I mean, one doesn't really care what Pakistan bans and what Pakistan does not ban because it's inconsequential. I mean, how many people really go ahead and flock theatres to watch a Pakistani movie for that matter? Bollywood is not like that. The scale is not like that. The messaging with cricket is not like that. Scale is not like that. These are soft powers and India's strength for a very, very long time. Do you see consistency? Do you see this is more controlled by emotions validly, particularly after what happened in Pahalgam? Or is there a way to go about this?
So, Sneha, first and foremost, the devil lies in the details. If you look at Fawad Khan's, message in the social media, he states that deeply saddened to hear the news of the heinous attack in Pahalgam. He doesn't mention the word heinous terror attack in Pahalgam. He doesn't use the word terror. He doesn't consider it as terrorism. That is his problem. That maybe for Pakistan, what is they do in Kashmir, as per the Pakistanis, it is justified. Now it is his choice, so I will have my own choice. And secondly, first and foremost, for example, when you talk about Bollywood, I personally do not have very high regard for Bollywood, given the kind of messaging, given the kind of movies most of the time they have made, bearing some exceptions. When it comes to the soft power India's soft power is not just about Bollywood. It is far more profound than just Bollywood. I would rather have more respect for movies from South India than Bollywood. That is my personal opinion. When it comes to cricket, yes, we have taken a decision of not having bilateral any kind of events with them. Yes, we have taken a decision of not allowing them to be part of our IPL. And I'm sure if it continues like this, even for multilateral events, we will stop. But I don't think today anybody in this country is going to shed tear because Fawad Khan's movie has been banned in India. For Vaani Kapoor, it is important to understand one thing. There are certain things which are not illegal, but emotionally and from the perspective of a nation, absolutely not correct either. So you can have a voluntary ban, or we are saying we will boycott Pakistani actors. You may not have a physical legal ban, but there is this difference that people like Vaani Kapoor must understand. I mean, do you think tomorrow if this movie comes up and government of India allows it to happen, do you think it's going to increase the popularity of the government or the political party in power? After all, at the end of the day, they're a political party. They have to keep their index in mind as well. They're going to be terribly unpopular. So keeping that in mind
Kasturi,
also,
I mean,
it is
quite frank, I mean, you know, no love lost for Fawad Khan for that matter. I have never seen even one movie of his and I care two hoods about it. But for that matter, Kasturi Shankar, my question to you is to what Patikrit Payan has said. As an artist yourself, how do you really respond to him? You may agree with him, but as an artist, while maneuvering the contours of this about a unspoken ban, or a soft ban, as it were, not officially put across, vis-a-vis proper words out there saying do not have association with them. How do artists maneuver the space? I'm totally out of time, but I would like the closing words from you.
Okay. With regard to what Mr. Payne said, I'll say this. He said there's no love lost to the political party if it even allows this movie to be screened. I think I hold a different view. I think there is no love lost for the movie itself now from the people. Let's look at the public sentiment. I think the producers, the government, spoken or unspoken ban, whatever it is doing a favor to the producers and to the leading lady right now. Because if this movie comes in theaters, I don't know which theater is going to be brave enough to actually screen the movie and not risk being stoned, damaged, seats pulled out. I don't think anybody in India right now wants to watch a romantic story between a Pakistani actor and anybody. I'm very sorry that as you asked, art should not be mired in political strife. Art should transcend all this, but only if it's a two-way game. When Pakistan is playing completely bully, when Pakistan is not playing fair, there is really nothing for us to say about what is fair, what is ethical. There's really, we're not playing cards with Pakistan right now. Unfortunate for the producers and the people who have money in it, but really, if they release the movie right now, they will lose even more. So maybe it's all good for the Bollywood industry on the whole. I think South India that way, as Mr. Pine said, makes sensible movies and also makes sensible business decisions.
All right. Okay, we leave it at that. But one thing is for sure, India is shaken. And while at one level it may seem absolutely trivial, and I really agree with that at some point, talking about Fawad Khan and movies, but there's also a question about consistency, about maneuvering this entire space of one, how to deal with people who are associated with a country that has propagated terror time and again. Well, India has given a very clear diplomatic measure, diplomatic messaging. We'll have to see how much of that really transcends into other sectors as well. Patikrit Payan, thank you very much for your time. Kasturi Shankar, thank you for joining us. Manish Bariyar, thank you very much for joining us. Well, that's all we have for you. Thank you very much for tuning in.